Hello ladies and fellers, Brad the Guitarologist here. In today's video we're going to take a look at this thing. This is a play tape, and I think when I saw it first it was kind of sitting like this, and I saw the socket right there and I was like, hey, wait a minute, that's not an 8-track size, that's smaller than 8-track, and it's obviously not a cassette because cassettes don't play from the ends. So I kind of had a suspicion what it was, and then I pulled it off the shelf, and sure enough, it's an old play tape. It's an AM receiver as well. So what I thought I might do in this video is hook up some power to this thing and see if we can't get it working. See if the AM at least works, and see if we can't get a signal through the play tape. And this isn't something I'm going to be using as a play tape player. So what I thought I might do is try to convert this into a little guitar amp. We'll have to find a place to put a jack, and we'll have to find a place to inject a signal so that we can amplify a guitar. On the back of this unit we have a couple of options to get power to this thing. We have 6-volt DC power right here, and I may have a cable that'll work with that. We have an external speaker out, which is interesting, and that could become more interesting when we get the guitar signal injected. Or we can put some batteries in this. Gives us a little bit of information down here. It's a 9-transistor, 1-diode radio. No, excuse me, it's 9-transistor, 1-diode in total. The radio section is 7 transistors and 1 diode. Gives you the frequency range. Of course, that's AM frequency range. The IF is tuned to 455 kilocycles. Output is maximum 350 milliwatts. Battery current 90 milliamps. Playtape Incorporated, New York, New York. Uses a 2-track monaural Playtape type tape. The Playtape section has 6 transistors, so I don't know where they're getting this. 9-transistor, 1 diode, if there's 7 over here and 6 over here. I would say they share the audio output, so that's why. So there's a little bit of information there. There's the speaker right there. I don't know if we're going to be able to get anything off of it really, other than it's Pioneer 8-ohm. Well, first let's open it up. I'm curious. I've had this thing sitting on my shelf for quite a while now, and I've been curious to open it up for quite some time. So I'm going to go ahead and take the screws out of this and open it up. Let's look at the inside. So here we go. It still has a belt intact. That's pretty. It looked like it had not been moved in decades. Look at that. You can see it's still bent right there. Definitely made in Japan. It's got Nichicon capacitors. Looks like maybe the radio only stuff is up here, and then this is all the play tape plus audio output stuff down here possibly. At any rate, this should be kind of interesting. We will definitely have to figure out where we're going to inject our signal. But for the moment, let's go ahead and get some power to it. Alright, I found one of those little universal switchable power supplies, and I have it plugged in over there. And I'm going to find out which one of these is positive and which one's negative. Okay, so that's measuring positive, so this will be the positive, the yellow. Okay, the radio is on.
Florida was it the gun's fault? With the local school district, they failed to properly secure that facility, flat out.
They did, and they knew they had a risky individual who brought weapons to school, was suspended repeatedly and then finally expelled, who cut himself on the internet, who bought an AR-15 that was on psychotropic medication, and the FBI was warned twice, especially January the 5th, specific, this is the guy that's going to do it, and they did nothing.
Right, that's the bonus. That's bonus point number 4. I'll get to that in just a minute. Last regular point number 3 here would be that we need to go into these schools, and we need to do away with, you mentioned, the gun-free zone, repeal the Gun-Free Zone Act of 1990, and take down these stupid signs.
Well, obviously the radio is not, I mean, it works, but not very well. For now, I'm just gonna abandon messing with the radio because I don't know. We'll maybe save that till last. I don't even see yeah, I do. There it is. There's the diode right there. That's the little detector diode right there. That could be at fault, possibly. I guess the IFs, the cans seem to be working okay when I turned them. We may have an issue with one of those transistors. That could be one of the other problems. We have disc capacitors in here, with the exception of the electrolytics. This whole back piece comes out also. We're just going to go ahead and get this off of here. Because what we really want to do, what we're really interested in, is turn this thing into a little guitar amp. I'm not going to use the Playtape feature. Let's see. Okay. There's a better look at the speaker. Okay. Here's the Playtape mechanism inside of here. Looks like we have a bracket that comes off, and we have a couple of other screws over here. We can get those off. Okay. Oops. Alright, here are the heads. I gotta figure out where the switch is. There it is, right there actually. So that's what will turn the tape on and off, this little switch. You see the contacts right there. This little piece gets hit by the tape as it comes in and presses it against there. Closes the circuit and the thing should come on. Let's see, let's close the circuit. Whoop. Let me get this little plastic thing off of here. So a couple things. We're not going to need the motor, so we can remove the motor. We don't need it going constantly whenever we switch over. And we don't necessarily have to take the motor out, but we just need to remove it from circuit. I'm going to try to inject a guitar signal right here. Alright, I have a cable run to a guitar, and I have these hooked up to the end of the cable. And let's try injecting a signal here. I think I want to... Alright, so I'm going to do something about the power staying on. Alright, let's play around with it a little more. I think, well, like I said, I think definitely I want to remove the motor. Let's go ahead and also remove these heads, and we can stash those away just, I guess, in case we ever want to fix a Playtape machine. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do at this point is... I'm actually thinking about two different possibilities. One is I can... This board is really the only thing we're concerned with, right here. This board and that volume and that tone. But I'm thinking about possibly taking the volume tone out along with this board and putting them in a different housing and having a foot switch. So basically we'd have a distortion pedal out of the thing. That's one possibility. The other possibility is we leave it as a little standalone unit like this. We already do have an external jack right here, so we would still have the possibility of using this as a little, distortion box. Okay, so we went ahead and removed the motor and also the capstan wheel because it was basically just adding weight. So now we've gotten rid of those two pieces, and The thing should run a little quieter now because you were getting some noise from that motor running. So, and of course it'll definitely improve battery life too. Alright, so I thought about it for about 5 minutes and then I changed my mind. I'm going to take all the guts out of this and install it in one of these cigar boxes. I'm not sure which one yet. Probably this one, because this one's full of crap and I really don't feel like emptying it out. So yeah, let's go forward with that. I've already disconnected the speaker. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. Okay, so the radio will actually go in something else if we wanted to put it in a different, its own little box. We could do that too and give it its own little power supply, and then all it would need is you could just hook it up to an amplifier. Okay, I did go ahead and remove the radio unit, and we'll set that aside. Like I said, it's all in one piece, so it's very possible that could be a future project. As far as the rest of this goes, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to try to cut out this battery compartment, so we'll have something to store our batteries in, because I'm going to want to run this on 4D batteries just like with this setup. I mean, I could just order one. I could spend a couple bucks and just get another battery compartment. No, the idea is to use as much of this, to salvage as much of this thing as we possibly can. I'll use my Stuart McDonald Ginsu fret saw. I use this thing for all kinds of crap. An easier way to do this will probably occur to me as soon as I'm done. But for right now, I'm content to look foolish. All right. There we go. Okay, this battery compartment is too tall for this box, so I'm going to have to cut these little legs off. That was easy enough. Alright, I think at this point we're going to do some work on the box. And I've switched boxes because this one's a little bit deeper than the other one I was going to use. Well, we've got a problem I really didn't consider, and I should have considered. Stupid me. The threads on these pots are not going to reach all the way through this side wall. Okay, it's time for grill cloth. And I think I'd like black for this project. Okay, I don't think it's going anywhere now. Now, later on, I'm going to have to do something to cover these batteries and hold them in, but for now, I'm just going to hold the base in. Alright, so here it is, finished product. Got some feet on it so it can stand up this direction. Got some batteries in it at the moment, but yeah, let's give it a test. right, so there you have it, a 1967 Playtape little amplifier changed into a guitar amplifier and shoved inside of a cigar box. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's been a fun little side project. Please hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already, and also hit the bell to get all notifications. And for now, y'all take care.